quote unquote, but again, your business was based on prostitution. That is kind of proven. So you can't really go back to that, right? Unless you're an idiot. If you like everybody, like I think even Punisher said, I think it was on Cam's show. He's like, yo, yeah, a lot of people have been hitting him up, saying, hey, we'll pay you.
Scared. Yeah, he's too scared to be.
Yeah, of course, because like you'd be an idiot.
You know something? A little bit of time will pass. Someone will offer you enough money, you're gonna lay some dick down.
Well, if you,
you know, it just is what it is. This is the way things work.
No, I'm not saying.
You know what I'm saying? This is. I think all these dudes, but all these dudes will go back to being male prostitutes. In fact,
I think their business is fucked up.
The Punisher got a penis implant.
Yeah, I heard about
that part.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That was a crazy story.
Well, actually not. It's actually not. Really? I listened to the full interview by him, and
me or with someone else?
With you. I've listened to multiple interviews with him. Yeah. Because, you know, the more he speaks, he tells the same story, but more in depth.
Right.
And this is why I understand it. I don't understand a penis implant. But what I do understand is that a sex worker who needs to basically turn into a sex worker by his name and the reputation, he had to perform on the dot. He even said, like, yo, he was having pretty much erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
And because he was having erectile dysfunction, and I think he said it might have been a Real Street Stars interview. He said he was also fucked up by he was taking a lot of pills or substances,
Viagra,
and that's why he got that because he was already taking stuff, and he said it was futile.
Well, he said he'd always struggled with it mentally. Because a lot of times, like, you know, and I've gone, because I have OCD. So I've gone through stages where it's like.
Don't tell me you got to pump too, Vlad. Come on, man.
I ain't got to pump.
Come on, man.
I'll have a situation.
They're going to have you on Plug Talk by next week.
I ain't got no pump. You know, maybe when I'm 70, I'll get a pump. You know, but right now, I ain't got no pump.
That shit do sound crazy. You got to, like, pump this shit up.
Like, yeah, it's like he said, under your balls. You got to, like, pump it up.
Is there all the time?
Yes.
So even when they go take a piss, it's there?
It's in your body. It's an operation. He described it. I thought it was interesting. I've never heard.
So it's air, not blood.
It's blood. So they put some sort of like blood, like a bag of blood, like over by your kidney, and then that runs into tubes into your penis, right? So there's like two shafts, I guess two straws that go into your penis. So they put like these two tubes next to those shafts, and it's underneath the skin. And when you pump, the blood goes into those shafts and gives you like the hardest erection you've ever had. And then there's another like button next to like it's like a third testicle in a way, right? There's another button next to
that drains it, right?
Then and it drains the blood, and then you go back to being flaccid again. Crazy. I mean, I don't got it, but he said he convinced his dad to get one. He was like 65 at the time. So his dad was tearing that pussy up. Like, you know, he was fucking chicks younger than him. You know? And it was funny, right? Because he said, yeah, you know, before you know, when I was thinking about getting an operation, I met with the doctor, and, you know, he gave me some, you know, some numbers of some guys, you know, that got it done. These are like older guys, and he called them. He's like, hell yeah, young blood, go get that shit. I wish I did it when I was your age, doing the best decision you ever made. And yeah, he was right. He said the best decision he ever made. His dad got one, and now he can get hard whenever he wants to.
Hey,
he said it was more of a mental thing than not a physical thing.
Speaking about a mental thing, another thing about the Diddy case that it just always confused me in terms of what type of man Diddy is that we get it, he's a cuckold, but Diddy was like, yo, Kid Cudi's fucking my bitch, I'm about to go kill him. And then from that, he would be like, all right, let me call up the guy I really want to fuck you. It's like, wait, are you mad that she's getting... They had a freak off after that. Like, not the same day, but like... days subsequently. So it's like the idea that like I'm a jealous, like most men are, territorial type of guy. It's like, yo, you don't want no guy, even the idea of a nigga fucking your girl is like, what the fuck? But then you would serve her up to another guy. So it's like,
but I guess it's different because you're actually seeing the guy there.
No. I think.
I mean, at least for him, I don't know. For me, I don't do none of this shit.
I think Diddy. I think he compartmentalized the idea of like entertainment or sports entertainment and like, you know, music. And he was able to be like, yo, these motherfuckers right here, I gotta be an alpha. Like, I dominate them. And they can't take my girl, but if I offer my girl valid, which is like, I think it's such a weird, like, I want a CT scan of that nigga, you know what I mean? Yo, I think he got CTE or some other shit going on. Also, here's the thing. which Lil Rod described. But again, I'm always taking this with a grain of salt because it is Lil Rod. He said on the boat. So he said Diddy rented a yacht. They were making music. He said he was there because he was for music making purposes. He says what Diddy did was, no, he said he walked in the room one time and he said Diddy was in bed with 3 women that were naked, but also there was his son. And that also tripped me out. The idea of like having sex with a woman and your son is banging around too. And he was just like, he said, Young Miami was up in there. So I asked him about, the baby moms, like the one who has the kid, Love, right? Her name's Dana Tran. He was like,
Wait, no.
Yes.
Gina Tran.
Dana.
So there's 2 trans?
No, it's Gina Hill.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Right.
And by the way, Diddy owed them chicks a check, $1 million, straight up.
She disappeared.
No, she went in the Midwest. They caught her ass at Costco. Like, listen, she a real one though. Yeah, she a real one.
I seen the 2 of them together in 2013. It was All-Star Weekend in New Orleans.
Yeah,
we were all on stage, and was there. Drake was there, and Diddy was there with Gina. They were like making out in public. And,
Who? Diddy and
Gina?
Yeah, that was his bitch. That's his bottom bitch.
That's his girl.
She was just mad.
Cassie, I think he was still with Cassie at the time.
Yeah, he'd been fucking her for a long time. Cassie called him a pedophile because of her. Because Diddy was.
No, not because of her.
Well.
No, wait. Daphne called him a pedophile.
Yes.
Because of some other girls. Like
all right. So let me correct myself. What's her friend named? Kara? Is it Kara? There's this white girl that's Cassie's friend. When they found out about Gina, Cassie was 29. It's always happened with women. Like when they meet you at 19 or 20, and it's perfectly fine for you to bang them out. When they about to hit 30, and you get the next 22 years, they're like, "What the fuck? You like young girls?" Like, when do you think he met you? So when he met Cassie at 19, when Cassie was 29, Cassie and her girlfriend said to Diddy, "Yo, it's weird that you're talking to this 22-year-old. Like, what the fuck? Why are you? She looks weird too. Like, why are you talking to her?" And the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm like, Diddy probably was looking at her like, "Bitch, it's the birds and the bees. Like, what you mean? Like, yo, you're aging out of this shit. Like, when you were 19, you were probably sucking wild dick, bouncing off the walls. Now you over here thinking about marriage and kids, because that's what really was happening. She was pushing for kids, this and third. She want to get more serious. Like, Diddy want a serial lifetime freak offer. You know what I mean?" And then Dana Tran, not Dana Tran, no, sorry. Gina, no, not Gina. Daphne Joy. Daphne Joy calls him a pedophile because he was fucking with this.
This young chick. I remember I seen pictures of her.
Yeah, I seen pictures of her too.
Pretty girl.
Yo, Diddy had the baddest bitches, man.
Diddy had bad bitch, but what do you expect?
Which, by the way, she posted something too. Everybody's getting ready to get back on the girl who was 19. She's like 23 now. She posted something when Diddy, essentially beat it, and she's just like hip hooray type shit. Like, yo, we back on road. We seen Young Miami. She posted this little thing, which is like clock it. We seen Gina. She's out and about. She's like, yo, everybody's getting their free call supplies ready. Everybody getting back to their positions. That's a fact. Daphne George has got to pay that 10 bands a month her damn self. Yeah. Or Tony Ayo got to lend her some of that Vlad TV money to pay.
I don't think that's gonna happen. So.
No. Hey, have you seen this other thing that's going on? It's such a crazy case. So in the world of Jacksonville rappers and Young and Ace, he has a friend, Queso.
The Queso, yeah. His dad took the stand against his own son.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Surreal. I watched it, and watching this man look over to his son multiple times, like, it was breaking my heart. It was breaking my heart because they would ask him, be like, because his son's whole defense is the guy in the ski mask with the gun running. That's not me. He's the father is the one after the murder who took the clothes. Remember, you can't see the guy in the clothes, but he took the clothes and burned it. Yeah. So the father is killing every alibi or every excuse that the son is trying to say he didn't do it.
The father is being charged for murder after the fact.
For accessory. Yes.
Accessory to murder after the fact.
And he basically, they said, so who is in this clothes? And he looks over to his son, and he chokes up for a little bit, and he says, my son, Hakeem Robinson. And they get into it a little bit more, and they said, why are you testifying against your son? And he says the craziest shit ever. And this is why, let me tell you this. I got to be a good father whenever I have kids. You got to pick the right one, but you got to be a good father. Because I blame a lot of this on that father. Because he used to be a street dude. And now he basically told them, I have to still be a father. And the excuse was, he says, I have other kids. He's like, I'm tired of telling my other kids who ain't them. He basically are admitting that these niggas, he lost them to the streets. He says, when my other kid says, why haven't you come to my soccer game? I'm tired of telling them that daddy's not going to be there. I still got to be a father. And he basically said, I had to pick me. And I'm like, this is some scummy shit. He's sacrificing 2 of his kids. He says on the stand.
2 of his kids?
Yes, because there's another son who got shot before in the head. His name is Abdul. He's a junior.
So
Abdul.
What does he have to do with his son getting shot in the head?
So, it's such a long story. And it's like the Jacksonville stuff is just so crazy. The son, Queso, went to do a revenge killing.
Yep.
Why? The father was driving one day. Queso wasn't in the car. His brother was, though, Abdul Robinson Jr.
Oh.
And there was a kid, his name something McCormick. No, it's not McCormick. I forgot the name. But he was a adopted kid by the father. So the father adopted a kid. No, not adopted. It's like you fucking with a girl, and that's your girl, but that's her kid.
Step kid.
Yeah. What happened is that the step kid, so the father gets shot in the back. His son Abdul in the backseat gets shot in the head, and the step kid right next to him gets killed. He said he held his hand and he drove to the hospital. The son in the back that got shot in the head, it took him months to learn how to walk and talk because it was a headshot. He got shot in the back. Queso was upset about this. He decided to get revenge.
Oh.
He went to go kill some people. When he kills some people, they basically get caught. And the father now is just saying, all of this war and all of this bullshit started because y'all, I'm serving y'all up. Even though after the fact, when they called him after the murder, he switched cars, picked them up, took their clothes, went to burn it. But now he's like, yo, y'all are fucked. I still have 2 younger kids, which is not named, but it said these younger kids have a chance at a different life, and I got to be their father. So essentially, I got to sacrifice y'all because y'all made decisions for a chance to be a father to them. Some fucked up shit.
I mean, I don't know if I completely blame the father for this, to be honest.
No, you don't blame the father for it.
Even taking the stand, because
you got to.
You have tied your father into a murder that he never asked to be tied into. He's trying to help you out. He did the best he could. He tried to cover up your crime, but ultimately everyone got caught, and now he's being charged with an accessory to murder after the fact.
But that's what you did.
Over a murder that he didn't tell his son to go do.
Yeah, but
now if he sent his son on a mission,
he's doing revenge for you. You got shot. Your son is doing revenge for you getting shot.
But you're not asking your son to do that. He took it upon himself to do that. He
Vlad,
took it upon, like, no, man, listen, I'm a father. I get
Vlad,
this.
you're not a street dude, though. This dude was a street dude. Again, you wouldn't allow your kids to be in the streets.
No.
His kids grew up in the streets watching their dad in the streets. He was in and out of prison. That's being a bad father. If you have led a life as a street dude, your kids is watching you. Listen, the kids didn't think about murder. The kids is thinking, well, I want to be my father. They're watching their father in the streets. That's what I'm saying. The initial wrong here is that you grew up your kids in an environment and show them behavior that encouraged them to do this thing.
It's all ignorance on,
of course,
on
absolutely.
20 different levels, and everyone is to blame in their own type of way. But I don't know, man. If it was my son, like, I did my best. Like, if I was, let's just say I was in a similar position. Like me, Vlad Lebovny was in a similar position. I get shot. My son gets killed or shot also, and my stepson gets killed, and one of my other sons goes on a revenge spree. I try to help him. It's not like his dad turned his back on him. He said, okay, I'll try to help you out, burn the clothes and try to get you out of it. But ultimately, my efforts failed and everyone gets caught. At the end of the day, the person who did the crime...
take them 10 years, man. You got to take them 10 years for your son, man.
So that's how much he was facing? 10 years?
Well,
he's what, in his 50s at this point?
He's a multiple-time felon, so it would have possibly been trumped up to like almost 20.
Exactly.
So, Florida don't play.
So basically, now I have to die in prison trying to help you out over a crime that you did.
If my son slid for me, I'm not telling on my son. You slid for me?
Yeah, you would say that until it actually happens. Until you're facing until you're facing dying in prison. So
you could have died in that car. That's the thing. Again, I'm generally anti-crime.
But you didn't die in that car. You actually survived. You know,
and your stepson died, and the other one got shot in the head.
Now, if he sent his son on that mission and everyone gets caught, then yeah, he's a rat. I get it. But look, he did his best to try to. And listen, Boosie will completely disagree with me on this. I get it.
Boosie definitely will. You talk to Boosie about this yet?
It's coming up.
When you doing the interview? I want to hear Boosie.
Middle of August.
But Boosie ain't gonna. I hope y'all argue about this. You better stay on this point right here, Vlad.
I'll stay on it. Because me and Boosie are not always on the same page.
And by the way, I'm not a street dude, but me, like, I understand family, and to me, it's bigger than the streets. It's about family revenge. If somebody did something to if somebody did something to my mom, that might be a crash out. I'm sorry. Like, yes, you are risking life, but it is what it is. That's family.
I get it. But would you then want your mom? Okay, so let me ask you a question. So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Let's put you in Queso's situation, right?
Yeah.
And let's bring your mom into the equation.
Okay.
Someone shot your mom. You go and get revenge. You kill the guy that shot her.
Yeah.
She didn't die, right? She gets shot in the arm, whatever. She doesn't die. You go and you take it upon yourself to get revenge.
Smoked him.
You kill the guy. She tries to help cover up for you.
Yup. Good moms.
It ultimately fails and everyone gets caught. Would you want your mom to go to prison right along with you? Because here's the thing.
I want her not to sign my death certificate.
But it seems like even without that,
I did what I did. I did what I did for family. Don't sign my death certificate. When this guy is up there, you're signing your son's death certificate.
So basically, you'd want your mom to die in prison along with you. That's what you're saying.
Listen,
you'd want your mom to die in prison with you.
Yeah. Listen.
Okay,
Here's the thing. I know my mama, right?
You know what I'm hearing here? Lack of accountability. I went and killed somebody, and I want everyone to cover up for me.
No.
Even to the point of them going to prison for life.
The decision the dad had was to say, yo, the dad switched cars because the police were creating a perimeter. They had helicopters in the sky. He switched cars after hearing about the murder, picked up two of the dudes who were doing the murder, and then when they all went back to the crib, he took their clothes. You should have said, I never told y'all boys to go do no fucking murder. I'm not taking your clothes to go burn it. You did that. You knew what this was about.
He actually tried to help.
No, that's not trying to help. That's a crime.
And in the process of trying to help, he committed a crime. But he was trying to help.
But once you hear about a murder, you're covering it up.
You and I are just going to have to disagree on this, man. You and I are just going to have to disagree on this.
Yo, Vlad, Pledis, you my mans, right? If you tell me, like, something happened, you crashed out.
You really think Queso going to beat the case if you take the dad out the equation?
No, hell no. But
exactly.
Still, but if I'm his dad, I'm not the one signing his death certificate. Here's the thing. Vlad, you do some crazy shit, you come to me, and you're like, yo, you come to me, you got blood on your hands, whatever, and I'm like, I kind of know what you did, but I'm like, I want no parts. I'm gonna be like, yo, Vlad, you gotta go to Adam's house, brother. I want nothing to do with this. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Now, if I'm over here like, oh, I got the bleach, I got this, where the body at? I'm like, yo, I got a pickup truck, let's go do this. I'm in. I'm not on the murder, but I'm in on the cover-up. Once you start doing the crime with them, don't sucker out because, and especially when it's something that was so personal.
I get it.
You got shot and the dude decided.
I get it. It's very gray area and there's really no right answer to this.
True.
They're really, like, you know what I mean? You and I can keep. No, you and I can keep.
Man. I don't even like calling people a rat, but like, yo, how could you do that to your son?
You and I. You'd
have to hit me with perjury and I would have took the chances. You've been in and out. Let me tell you this. You've lived that street life. You get what I'm saying? You've lived that life. Like, your sons watched you thinking that they should be you.
Thing to do. Now listen, like, is it the failure of a father? 100%. 100%. But when it comes down to this situation, you could really justify either direction. I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying what you're saying is stupid. No, I get what you're saying. Under certain codes and certain morals and so forth, like Boosie would go with you. Boosie would say, I'm going to go to prison for my son. Me personally, if my son committed a crime and I try to help him and it ultimately didn't work, he going to have to eat that crime.
I'm going to keep it a beam with you. Listen, my uncle got shot.
Or my daughter or whoever the hell, more kids I got, whatever.
Where I grew up at?
I mean, people have to pay, people have to take responsibility for what they do.
No, of course.
They do.
The father ain't taking responsibility, though. They didn't charge you with murder. They charged you for covering it up. You did that. You did that, and rather than stand on what you did, you're telling on your son to get out of what you did.
Yeah. But what you did was trying to help your son, and it didn't help.
That's not helping. That's crimes. That's a crime.
It's a crime, but the purpose of it was to try to get his son out of harm's way, period, by putting his own neck on the line. But ultimately, I will put my neck on the line, but you're not going to take my head off.
Hey, listen. When it comes to parents like doing crimes to people, first of all, like I'll give you 2 examples. We don't have to get into minute details about either. Cash Out's mom Cash Out got convicted of rape, sex trafficking, and everything. He got 2 life sentences plus 70 years. His mama got.
I interviewed her back in the day.
Not after the alleged incident, though.
Oh, like 12 years ago.
Like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes. So his mom, and that's the situation. If you look into that case. His mama used to be pimping bitches. He the rap money got slow. He started doing it. His mama wasn't leading it, but she was kind of like, oh, I'm gonna make sure you doing it right.
Right.
You know what she could have done when she got caught? Yo, son, you're cooked. I'm about to just tell on you, and they're gonna give me like 5 to 10. His mom took them 30. Sat there with them co-defendants. You're a co-defendant. Y'all both did crimes. Sit there with your person.
I'm going to die in prison.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I interviewed Sammy the Bull. He ended up.
Sean Kingston mom not telling on him? Sean Kingston mom is a real Jamaican, even though I don't like that scamming shit. Scamming shit was crazy. But Sean Kingston mama.
Deported.
Wait, she doesn't have her citizenship?
Well, no. After she does her time, she's going back to Jamaica.
Well, so she's not a citizen.
I think she fucked up. No, I don't think she's a citizen. I think she was whatever her I think it's like a shine situation. Like if you do a serious enough crime in America, they'll send you back to where you came from.
Yeah, well, if you're not a citizen, of course. Yeah. But if you're a citizen, they can't. But Shine hit me up. He invited me to Belize. So I asked him when's a good time to come. He said every time. I'm like, word? I'm trying to see if I should pop out. You want to come?
I'd love to.
I'm serious. We could hook some shit up. You can definitely interview.
Good. I've interviewed Chive. I've called him from prison. For some reason, he's not rocking with me right now, which kind of hurts my feelings lightweight because I feel like I was the only one that was really like in contact with him.
I read what he said. I thought he was going to ask me for something. Like, not like money and like that, but he was really...
I would love to. I would love to. Like I said, like I feel lightweight hurt.
He said, good morning, brother. This is about 4 days ago. I said, how are you doing, Shine? He says, I'm good, my brother. I hope everything's good with you. This is after I came from Turks. He said, I'm looking forward to you visiting Belize. Because when I went to Turks... there's a lot of people who hate me or whatever. Like, the trip went viral. It was crazy because on my vacation...
You got a bunch of girls with you.
Yeah, there was... Anyway, so I said, it's been good. I said, what's a good time of year to visit? He said, anytime is great to visit. So maybe I got to go we should go there.
Let's
go. Okay, all right, I will set it up. Mark Lamont Hill. He is kind of, he backtracked on a bunch of stuff with me, and he kind of toned the energy down because I had said, I don't know how it's gonna go with a possible appearance on the Joe Budden podcast with that guy there because he's a regular cast now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. And he had kind of said, listen, I've probably said some stuff, but I don't really mean like that. He kind of really de-escalated, and I kind of said, all right, well, the tone and the things you were saying, I felt there was real hatred there. A lot of times people like me and you, we don't have a problem with these people. They seem to have a problem with us.
Yeah, I heard with Mark Lamont Hill, someone told me this.
Yeah.
Because he's from Philly, right?
Yeah.
Mark Lamont Hill seems to think that I'm the reason why ARAB got locked up. This is what someone
Really?
told me. And he was, I guess, like, I don't know, a fan of Arab, or maybe he knew him or something.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
feels that I'm the reason that Arab got locked up. This just shows how stupid
Man,
some people
Arab
are.
got a video where he said, yo, this is skinny me right here. He said he the type of nigga, he'll shoot 3 niggas and go to the studio and rap about it. And the crazy thing is, I seen him do it. So I know he not lying. And I'm like, probably don't want to say that one.
Arab has himself said that I had nothing to do with anything that's happened to him. Like, you know,
There was a fake rumor that was saying that, oh, you were in the paperwork, which is fake.
I'm not. There was a fake article that had a judge thanking me for helping to convict him, which I think Mark Lamont Hill like retweeted or some shit. So you're dealing with a little bit of stupidity here. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't really have a problem with Mark Lamont Hill, but it's shit like this that kind of annoys me.
He's in our sphere now. You see, all that political shit, that's not what's busting right now. He's on the Joe Budden podcast talking about Brittany Renner and talking about, you know, Kendrick Lamar.
He's been on my show before. We've debated before. We've debated about the death penalty. I think he's an intelligent guy. That's why when he started to turn against me, I'm like, motherfucker, I had you on my show. Like, I showed
Virtue
you.
signaling. We should do this. Me, you, him, Joe Budden.
Let's do it.
A 4-way podcast.
Let's do it.
A 4-way podcast
Let's
where
do it.
everybody's just shooting.
Do it.
Maybe
Do
a
it.
moderator, but a 4-way
All of
podcast.
us.
For real.
All of us. But on a, like, it has to be like on a neutral platform.
No, of course. It's not going to be like a, like,
Or it can't be
one
chopped
sided.
up. To make
Yeah,
people
no,
look
no.
bad. I'm down to do it.
No.
Listen, I'm down to do Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm down to do all this shit. Like, at the
I
end
want
of
to
the
be
day,
there when that happens.
You want to be there? I'll do it on your platform. Well, my thing was I didn't want to do Joe before we actually had a chance to communicate on some point. But at this point, we ran into each other. We've publicly spoken about running into each other. Neither one of us had animosity towards each other. So it's like, yo, at this point, let's do it. Like I said, I congratulated Joe on his Instagram post. I'm sure he saw that.
No, of course.
Because there was like 100 comments underneath that shit.
Of course he sees
You know, but it's like at the end of the day, man, it doesn't run that deep. There's not too many people that I really hate. You know, like
Who's on the hate list right now? You've been getting more and more respect, though, Vlad. I got to be honest with you.
I mean,
They've been putting a lot more respect on your name.
I don't hate Troy Ave, but I just think he's just a real bozo.
Well,
You know,
well,
I don't hate him. Like if I was around him, I wouldn't want to do anything to him. But like,
I think y'all can have a good spirited debate.
But you know,
But
I'm
I
cool
think
with Taxstone.
You're
Like,
friends with.
I feel like Taxstone is doing 35 years over something that he initiated, that he pushed, and then now he's doing fake shooting videos, and it's like he playing with something that got someone killed.
I thought that was real at first. I think
It's
you guys
not.
could have a good debate.
It's not. It's fake.
Well,
It's fake.
I think.
Am I right?
The police.
shooting video.
The police have not found no evidence.
Exactly. There's no bullet holes anywhere. Or
Yeah,
whatever
so
else.
it appears that it would be
appears to be
staged.
fake.
Yeah.
I don't hate Troy Ave. I don't hate him.
Well,
but
could you-
I just think he's a bozo.
One thing with you, you're very loyal, right? So clearly you have a relationship with Taxstone.
And I have a relation. And I know I may never see him again because he's doing 35
Yeah,
years.
but that's a loyalty right there, right? Where you could be like, well, you're no good to me on a whether it's content or financial level or how you could benefit me. So I'll just do.
Tax wanted to do an interview with me during his trial, and I told him no because I said I don't want to be responsible for this interview being used to convict you. So I'm just not going to do it out of love for you. You know?
Could you see a world where that, even if it's a debate, even if it's, I don't know, where you, because here's the thing, when I hear how you represent that situation versus how he represents the situation, there's like this very big difference where in his idea, he's like, hey, well, this is hip hop. If you feel someone's hating on you and you run into him, yeah, it's probably gonna get physical. The issue becomes someone bringing a gun into a place where a gun shouldn't be. That gun then turns into a murder weapon that kills innocent people. And that's his stance.
An innocent person didn't get killed.
Oh,
The person who attacked him got killed. The aggressor got killed.
But you do know in New York, there's no
How many
self-defense.
people did Troy send this guy? What's the name of the dude who got killed?
Banger, yeah.
I mean, the guy from
Tamar McConan.
yeah. I love McConaughey.
Yeah.
he got beat up on stage.
Yeah, I heard a journalist got pressed and stuff. So I'm agreeing with you with that.
There was that journalist who got beat up.
Does any of that rise to the level of saying, like, play this? If you bring a gun into Madison Square Garden, it don't matter even if you're going to get jumped. Trust me, if I could bring a gun into Madison Square Garden and be within my right, that if somebody tries to swing on me, I could just shoot them. Oh, that'd be a good time. But of course, that would not be. They would.
Well, but it would be a good time in Florida, in Georgia. It
no,
just so happened.
Not in a venue where there's other people.
Stand your ground.
You cannot stand your ground at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Hell no. You're not allowed to have guns.
I thought he was going to run up and do
This is a public venue where other people are there.
I mean, I get it. But I'm saying that I get your point. I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, and I know people that were there who saw the whole thing go down. They pressed Taxstone. My thing is that if you press somebody and they retaliate, you can't feel bad for the person who pressed them. That's why I interviewed Lil Tim. I don't feel bad for what happened to King Von because he was the aggressor. You know? I don't necessarily feel bad for Tupac because he was the aggressor.
Well, there's much more conversation to be had about that, though, because especially when it comes to New York. Like, for example, with the...
But Troy Ave tried to talk tough to me when I wouldn't put him on my mixtape, on my, on Vlad TV and stuff like that.
It's personal for you, Vlad. That's why.
It's a little bit personal, but I'll debate with him.
So
we'll have security there, so don't get out of hand.
He'll
get frisked. So he don't pull out his little fake gun on me.
So by the way, in New York, not necessarily stand your ground, but K-Flock, who shot and killed,
I know.
What's his name? Hernandez. He wasn't convicted of murder.
Right, but he got convicted of over a bunch of other shit around.
Well, yeah, because there's a gang conspiracy. The Rico's gonna cook you.
That's what I'm saying.
But here's the thing.
In Florida, he would have won it. He would have walked away.
Well, if they didn't hit him with Rico, they were doing too much gang stuff. The important part of that case was that the reason they didn't convict him of murder is because allegedly the dude walks up to him and the dude flashes his own gun.
Got a gun.
And that is...
Man, you flash a gun on me, I'm gonna kill you.
Okay.
Let me just say that.
No, but there's this thought that there's no self-defense.
If I have to deal with some shit, yo, man, listen, rather you than me. Like I said, I've dealt with home invasions. I've dealt with people trying to kill me. Fuck that. I have a self-preservation, instinct. Like I'm gonna kill you if you try to kill me. And I'll deal with the consequences later, just like I've dealt with them later before. Luckily, the guy didn't die. But if I would have killed him, I would have had to stand on that, on that.
And that's why in New York, New Jersey, it's kind of weird because,
it is
okay, remove the venue.
I don't agree with it.
Taxstone would probably be a no prosecute. I'm saying fucking that up. They probably wouldn't prosecute.
Right.
They would be like, well, there's too much reasonable doubt for possible self-defense if you're saying the guy's getting pulverized. We won't prosecute. But in New York, you literally, if the person doesn't have deadly force, you got to take the ass with it. You literally just got to take it.
Well, but you don't know if it's going to be deadly force. Right? What if the ass whipping turns into a stabbing? What if the guy pulls out a gun? You know what I mean?
And then even then, they're like, you still got to do 3 years for the gun.
I mean, whatever. Yeah, do the time for the gun. 35 years though is crazy. I don't hate Troy Ave. I don't hate him. If we were around each other, I just wouldn't talk to him. I wouldn't try to approach him. I wouldn't try to do. I wouldn't have my people try to do something to him. I don't hate him like that.
Wack got to be the mediator. Wack's very cool with him.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
No, I don't mean Wack.
Wack went on vacation with him.
Oh, did he?
Wack his lady, and Troy and his respective lady, they went on vacation.
Funny. That is funny. I never knew that.
I'm serious.
I never knew that.
You never knew that?
Nah, Wack brought his girl. It was an R&B.
Yeah.
To our last interview, I met her at the.
That's Wack's queen, man.
Oh no, he loves her, man. I love to see it. I think it's cool. I like how the way he's parading her around, and they're showing the world that they're together.
Black love.
I'm trying to think. Is there anyone else who I hate?
Who do you hate? Life is good.
Yeah, really nobody, man. Nobody public. Let's put it like that. Nobody who's public, because at the end of the day, the people that are closest to you are gonna hurt you way more than the person who you think are your friends. You know, I mean, the people who I hate are probably like ex people that I was really close to, had real serious relationships with and stuff like that. Those are people that kind of hurt me the most. Outside people, you know, and I think like, you know, me and Joe Budden, with you're talking about at this point, what, 15 years of back and forth? What has Joe actually done to me? Nothing. What have I done to Joe? Nothing. Yeah, a few dollars might have been lost here and there, but we all are millionaires at this point. Nothing. This is why we ran into each other. There was really no real animosity. It's not like I sent him to jail or, you know, I made him lose his career and he's homeless. I never got him on drugs. I never fucked his girl. Like, you know, I mean, there's really nothing really all that bad. Like, all the people who I had so-called beef with.
Only a little bit.
You know?
Hey, why doesn't Charlamagne do Vlad TV anymore?
It's just a scheduling issue. I might actually do a Breakfast Club. Where
I know you do Breakfast Club
a couple times. I might do it later this week. We'll see. We're scheduling it. I don't know, man. It's a little bit annoying, you know, because I feel like I've done his show more times than he's done mine. But then again, he's done my show so many times.
He used to do it a lot back in the day.
You know, back in the day, he used to be on my show like every month. So I kind of just play it off as, you know, I mean, it's not like he's just sitting around doing nothing. I mean, he's busy. He's got a lot of different projects. But, you know, me and him talk. Like, we texted today, actually. You know, but sometimes people get to a certain point. Like, for example, like, I did Brilliant Idiots, but I couldn't get Andrew Schultz to do my show, even when he was promoting his Netflix documentary.
Yeah, he's busy, man.
He's busy.
He's fucking
he even
busy.
said, "Oh, let's do it around time of the stand-up."
Yeah.
But it never happened. I mean, I have to get better at not taking some of this shit personally, because a lot of times I do. But at the end of the day, man, like, we all are hustling in our own way, and we're all trying to spend our time in the most profitable way. You know what I'm saying? So if he doesn't feel Vlad TV will help him out at this point, then he probably won't do it at this point. But it's not like he's ever said, no, I ain't fucking with you.
Yeah.
You know, at one point he did say that. That's when we had the falling out. You know, remember he did it with Joe, and then we stopped talking for like 5 years. We got on the phone. The first thing he did was apologize. He said, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. I should have talked to you before saying it publicly on a platform with someone you're beefing with at the time.
True.
That was bad taste. I said, thank you. I accept your apology. And we got back to rocking again. But, you know, I mean, look, we all came up together. We all did well together. I'm happy for his success. I'm happy for everyone's success. You know me. You know how I am with the media people. Like, you know, the fact that it was like on No Jumper, it was me, Trapler Ross, Adam, Whack 100. Like, it was a moment. It was showing the unity that, you know, I'm sorry, I forgot you were there too.
Well,
like we were all there, like rocking.
That's very
with each
different,
other.
though. Like, a lot of that is like fruit of a tree that you were like growing from years ago, and a lot of people have a lot of respect for you there. When it comes to like radio and like other media, they kind of try to reflect like other people's opinion and try to throw you under the bus.
Nah, but for example, I was on Big Boy's show recently.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I like Big Boy. Big Boy's cool.
Yeah, that's my man. He lives down the street from me. Cool dude. We talked the other day. All these radio dudes, I feel like nobody really stunts on me anymore. Like they used to back in the day, but these days, like, they all know that what I did on my own without having a big corporation behind me. I got to a level that surpassed them a lot of times.
Yeah, only success. It's funny because success is the only thing that gets you the respect. When you could be disregarded, there was a time I could be disregarded. I was, you know, whatever. Now when you can't be, it's like people look at you very different.
Yeah.
They look at you very different.
Yeah. So that's why Joe put out that $20 million thing. Because he's like, hey, listen, y'all, let me tell y'all.
I like how he's leveling up the conversation.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I remember, like, I used to have Audemars and all different types of Rolex and Hublots and whatever. For some reason, when I got the Richard Milles, suddenly people are talking differently. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's like these little pieces are are making people adjust the view of what it is that you do. And it's all kind of silly at the end of the day because, I mean, the watch could be fake or whatever else. I mean, it's not. But, you know, I mean, so, but it's little things like that. Like I said, you know, the Joe, the 20 million, people having certain types of cars, people having certain types of jewelry, people having, you know, taking private jets and whatever. makes people address them a little bit differently because they're like they could actually see what it is that the person they claim. Because you know how it's smoke and mirrors for a lot of this shit. But when you see that it's not smoke and mirrors, then okay, now we actually rocking with each other.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
What else you been up to, Vlad? Come on, man. Talk to me. No beefs, no more drama?
Nah, not really. I mean, you know, the Barbs are mad at me right now.
Oh, yeah. Why you on Nicki's head top? Like, well, you have to realize, Vlad, you're independent media, so you're supposed to be not anti-Rock Nation, but Rock Nation is the enemy right now.
Are they? Well, by the way, someone I know, I don't want to say their name, but it's someone you mentioned this person before. They sent that clip to Jay-Z, and he was like, oh, I love this. So Jay-Z loves the Tony Busby back and forth.
Oh, okay, good.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's Memphis Bleak who did that.
it wasn't Bleak. That wasn't Bleak.
I Bleak.
Yeah, I mean...
Why are you going this way? Before?
I waved the white flag with them. I think they thought because of the... So, here's the thing.
Not me.
Well, no, when I said wave the white flag, because...
Nicki blocked me, I think, after that.
No, well, you're talking about Nicki. I'm talking about Rock Nation. I think Rock Nation started going at a few people, and like for example, I think that they think I'm like super like Tory's my man's, but that's Tory, okay? I'm not one of them niggas who's going, yo, listen, it's free Tory or die, and yo, they hit with a summons.
The summons?
Yes. So they're suing a blogger, Milagro. And they're claiming, actually, well, they're suing on behalf of,
well, Megan's suing, right?
Yes, they're suing on behalf of Megan, right? And they are claiming that Tory was paying the media to badmouth Meg, right? And this one blogger who, you know, I ain't gonna lie, she was definitely super like, fuck Meg and I love Tory. They believe she's being paid, right? They're going through with her. She's dropped attorneys. Like it's a lot. She's been ordered to pay like $5,000 or whatever the case is because she's like
a little bit silly because it's a blogger no one's ever heard.
Well,
it's not like this is anyone on
not
this
that unknown. But in that world, like in a female, like
she's not the shade room. She's not baller alert.
But I think
she's not neighborhood talk.
They're trying to send a message. And they know they could exhaust her resources in a civil case, and they fucking subpoenaed me, which is so ironic. I'm like fucking washing my cars and shit like that, and I see this white guy come up. I see this guy's like start walking on my driveway, and I'm like, all right. So I know I got so many enemies. I'm thinking this might be a contract killer. I'm thinking, well, I do got my gun right inside of there on the back seat of the G-Wagon. So I back up a little bit. I'm like, let's see what's going on. And I see him, he got like a clipboard or whatever. And it was so interesting because I've been served before. The motherfucker serves me the subpoena to be deposed in that case. So I'm supposed to do a deposition, which I am going to fight it. And they asked for a bunch of like, what's your communications with blah, blah, blah? Send us all. I'm like, all right, y'all doing too much. But they paid me like $200. Like they hand me money.
For what?
It's a witness fee. I never even heard of that shit. They hand me this. This is your witness fee for your future testimony. And I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
But yeah, no, they're going hard. So you and Nicki.
Yeah.
Me and Nicki have never been in a good place. Yeah. But I think we're on a ceasefire right now. They feel like they're going at Rock Nation. I really want no parts of that. But you said Nicki is the proof that you could be rich and miserable. Yeah. And the Barbs are on your head. I'm surprised they ain't leak your number. And you better be careful with that RM because they'll come and steal it. The Barbs are serious. No, the Barbs are serious. One time me and Nicki was into it, they try to send a transgender individual at me, and good thing I seen the psyop real quick. I realized I was like, "What's
the transgender trying to holler at you?"
Yeah, like I was in LA one time. You know, you out there. I'm like, yo, I'm popping. I'm like, whatever. So I'm trying to say, I'm looking for the hoes on some. You know, I'm looking for the hoes on some sexy red shit. One of the Barbs is like, I bet he's a nigga. The quickest way to get him is like try to throw some fake pussy at him. They hit me, but they're acting like a woman. But it was a transgender. So now I realize, you know, there was
the Barbs were behind that?
Because when I peeped the game and I started looking at it was mad. Nikki's people be using unicorns and all that type of fucking like little emoji shit, and then like you could normally tell the barbers because like it'll be a lot of bullshit, and then the end part would be like barrage. Like, come on, you know what I mean? Like you could get it. So I peeped the last second. And I was like, yo, good, yo, imagine if I linked up, yo, they would have had, Act linked up with I'll be Mr. C, rest in peace. But they would have done me crazy. So I'm telling you, the Barbs, going at the Barbs, they've leaked my number 70 times. They've leaked my home address. They've hacked my accounts. Just be careful, Vlad. I don't know if you're ready to sign up for this one. But explain your beef.
I mean, it's not really a beef. It's just like you see Nikki with these, I don't know what she's on, but she gets on these like, tirades. You know, people want to say that she's on drugs. I have no idea. You know, I'm not going to say that.
I think most entertainers are on drugs.
I don't know. I'm not.
Or they have